Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. The upcoming edition of Monday Night Raw is expected to be a spectacular show as it will see progressions of the ongoing feuds and storylines. However, it could be a devastating night for Adam Pearce, as he might be the target of a massive attack. The Raw general manager could be targeted tonight after what Bronson Reed did last week on the show. The Oscilla interfered in the fatal four-way match between Seth Rollins, Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, and Sheamus and wreaked havoc on every superstar bar Mysterio. The fact that Reed interfered in the high-profile #1 contenders match could force Pearce to take stringent action against him. The WWE official is likely to suspend the 36-year-old and impose a heavy penalty on him. However, this could backfire, as Adam Pearce might encounter a furious Bronson Reed upon his potential announcement of the suspension. The former NXT North American champion could unleash his wrath on the Raw GM tonight and drag his body into the ring. Just as Reed climbs to the top of the rope to hit a vicious tsunami on Pearce, Seth Rollins could come to the rescue. The five-time world champion could intervene just in time, saving the WWE official from the clutches of the Oscilla as he drove the latter out of the ring. In the aftermath of the chaos, a vicious Bronson Reed could stand on the ramp staring at the visionary. With a burning intensity, Reed could state that no one escapes his fury and remind Seth and the WWE Universe that his chapter with Rollins is far from over. While this would be an intriguing prospect, the above-mentioned angle is just speculation at the moment. It remains to be seen what Adam Pearce has in store for the former NXT North American champion tonight in response to his actions last week. Seth Rollins to see an iconic stipulation match from Adam Pearce on WWE Raw? The rivalry between Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed has reached a boiling point on Monday Night Raw. Reed has a score to settle with the Visionary for his loss at Crown Jewel. Meanwhile, Rollins could be burning with a vengeance as the 36-year-old cost him the opportunity to go after the World Heavyweight Championship last week. There is a good possibility that the former Shield member could be consumed with rage and he might ask Adam Pearce for a huge favor. Seth Rollins could confront the Raw general manager and seek an unsanctioned match against Bronson Reed, stating that he wants to put an end to this once and for all. Without relenting, Rollins could convince Pearce that he does not want history to keep a record of what he would do to Reed when they collide the next time. This will undeniably add an intriguing layer to this saga, prompting WWE to bring back this iconic stipulation. This is just a possibility at this moment, and it remains to be seen how things develop tonight on Monday Night Raw. On a high-octane episode of Monday Night Raw, the WWE Universe found themselves on the edge of their seats as chaos erupted between Adam Pearce and a mysterious, powerful group of enforcers determined to send a brutal message to WWE management. Pearce, known for keeping order in WWE, had made the wrong enemies. The Raw audience watched in shock as Pearce, cornered in the ring and betrayed by those who he thought were his allies, was suddenly attacked by a trio of masked assailants, figures who moved with ruthless precision and strength. As Pearce took a crushing blow to the midsection, folding over in pain, it seemed all hope was lost. He was clearly outmatched, and every attempt to rally was met with another hard-hitting assault. Fans held their breath, anxiously waiting to see if anyone from the locker room would intervene. The crowd's hopeful cheers for a rescue started to fade, turning into distressed murmurs. Pearce's future, and even his safety, seemed uncertain. The sinister trio circled him like sharks, grinning beneath their masks, savoring the sense of power they held over WWE's management figurehead. Then, suddenly, the lights went out. The arena was plunged into darkness. The fans buzzed with suspense, phones illuminating the crowd like tiny stars. The Titantron screen flickered to life, displaying a familiar logo that hadn't been seen in years. The words "The Legend Returns" blazed across the screen in blazing red letters, followed by an explosion of fire and smoke at the top of the ramp. As the lights returned, the unmistakable theme of Randy Orton echoed through the arena. The five-time WWE World Champion, the Viper himself, was back. After months of speculation about his injury and WWE future, here he was, ready to confront this unexpected threat to Raw and its management. Orton's presence electrified the audience, his intense gaze fixed on the ring as he stepped forward with purpose. His face was a mask of resolve, his body language radiating authority and raw power. Every fan in the building knew they were about to witness something epic, and chants of RKO. RKO shook the rafters as he marched toward the ring. The three attackers hesitated for the first time, exchanging wary glances as Orton advanced. They had heard the stories, who in WWE hadn't? Randy Orton was infamous for his ruthless unpredictability and his near-psychotic love for dismantling anyone foolish enough to cross him. And on this night, he was back to protect the house he had helped build. Orton slid into the ring, assessing his opponents with a sinister smirk. He raised a single eyebrow, taunting them to come at him all at once. Two of the masked men charged forward, but Orton was quicker, ducking beneath a wild punch before exploding up with a brutal uppercut that sent the first man stumbling back. The second masked attacker received a stiff forearm to the face, followed by a swift clothesline that sent him crashing to the mat. The remaining masked attacker, clearly the leader, gestured for his cohorts to regroup, but Orton didn't give them the chance. With precision honed over decades, he began dismantling them one by one, hitting his trademark power slam on one, a vicious hanging DDT on another. The crowd roared with every move, feeding into Orton's energy and amplifying the intensity of the moment. One of the masked men staggered back to his feet, only to be met by Orton's devastating RKO, sending him sprawling to the mat, motionless. The fans erupted into deafening cheers, realizing they were witnessing a statement, a declaration of dominance from one of WWE's greatest champions. Orton was back, and he wasn't here for half measures. The leader of the group, now alone, stared at Orton with visible fear in his eyes. Desperately, he tried to grab Pearce as a hostage, pulling the dazed general manager to his feet and holding him in a chokehold. The crowd gasped, and the leader barked threats, warning Orton to stay back or risk Pearce's safety. Orton's cold gaze never wavered as he circled the ring, his focus like a predator closing in on his prey. Then, in one swift move, he feigned a retreat, baiting the leader to let his guard down slightly. Seizing the opening, Orton struck with a speed and precision that only he could manage. With one fluid motion, he tore Pearce free from the assailant's grip, following up with an RKO that left the leader crumpled on the canvas. The crowd erupted once more, this time chanting Orton's name in appreciation of his dramatic return. Pearce, still shaken,